I know that I can't go on without you. It's hard, cause it took 5 years until I found you. Oh, I'm not gonna let you go. Oh, I'm gonna hold you close. It's hard, cause it took 5 years until I found you. We're just getting started, baby. I can't control myself lately. Oh, but you know that, yeah, you know that, yeah, you know that, yeah, you know it. We're just getting started, baby. I'm not going anywhere cause I feel best right next to you. Move next to me and show me all the things you wanna do. Oh, I can't wait to try them all. Going around the world in our fancy cars. Look at all the stars, I can't believe this is true. It took 5 whole years to find you. We're just getting started, baby. I can't control myself lately. Oh, but you know that, yeah, you know that, yeah, you know that, yeah, you know it. We're just getting started, baby.
Distance keeping us way too far apart. Every time I get too close, I fall apart. You have changed for the better. You don't wanna stay sleeping in my head. Why you made up your side of the bed? I never said it was forever. No, you don't need me no more. So you keep on moving on. You'll be okay, and I'll remain. One life, stay the same. Same. Stay the same, I'm gonna forget the pains I wanna know. Looking in all the wrong directions. Stay the same, I'm gonna forget the pains I wanna know. You can't find it where you lost it. 1,000 miles away on a different star. Counting all the colors painted on my heart. How do I get better? No more you and I in reality. Tried to wipe you out of every fantasy. We can't start again together. No, you don't need me no more. So you keep on moving on. You'll be okay, and I'll remain. One life,
Kia ora, everyone. Good morning. Oh, my beanie's all wonky. Hold up. There you go. I really over wearing beanies in the morning. One day I'll get my headsets fixed. And hello, everyone. Good morning. And here we are for another day. I'm excited. Dreamlighting. I'm just waking up, so.
I can't believe how many new friends I've made here.
Oh, I need to turn my mitts up. Hold up. Alright. Let's get one down, mate. There we go. Alright. Why am I keep on saying alright? I don't know. But yeah, another day. Wake up, Dave. For those unfamiliar, I do this morning dream, just mainly just slowly wake up and pull my meds to kick in. So you basically get quiet Dave, and he eventually kicks in. Hi Yasmin, another day, another dollar. I wish it another dollar. Man, it would make life so much easier if I could just do this and earn a lot of money. Oh.
Hey, good morning, partner.
I envy those that can stream and earn just all the rent by just doing this. I've been suggested to get a hot tub, and then I would be able to afford it, but I don't know about that. You spent so much money going out today. Oh, what did you do? Is it just like shopping, or was it a particular activity that you spent way too much money on? I mean, shopping is activity, but you know what I mean. You went to see the new Wes Anderson film and treat yourself to nachos, slushy, frozen yogurt, and clothes. Whoa. Nachos are pretty expensive. Well, I guess wait, was it worth it? I guess that's the question. Do you feel like you are poorer for the right reasons? That was so good. Oh, there you go. Sounded like it was worth it. I mean, I don't know if you still feel that way in like a couple of days, but if you're saying it's worth it now, it could all be right. Yeah, she had a good time. Now, did you go by yourself, or did you go with someone else? Let's try and enter the life of Yasmin right now. Oh, whoops. No! Fix this up. I'm missing one. Went alone, it was really nice to be able to do my own thing. I went out with a friend last week who took ages to decide what she wanted to eat and tried on so many clothes I got fed up. And it was nice not having it. Ah, nice. You went for some me time. That is a very important thing to do. I 100% agree with having me time. As an introvert, definitely, yeah, I'm very much like that too. I'm very much like that. I mean, the only reason I can do streaming is if I just pretend all you don't actually exist. That's how I cope. You're just imaginary people or bots. Imaginary bots? How can bots be imaginary? You're all not real. There you go. You're a bot, yeah. Sorry to break that news to you. You're not actually real. None of you are real. You're all just imaginary. Twitch is really just a video game. And so that's what I'm playing right now. I'm playing Twitch. And the more you play Twitch, the more bots you get. And then eventually you get enough bots that the bots start paying, that Twitch starts paying you money. It's all just a game. Hopefully that doesn't like push you into some robot existential crisis thing. I don't know how bots react when they find out they're a bot. A bot name is Yasmin Bot. Yasmin Bot. Yasmin, yes. It is. That feels like a really good alternative YouTube channel name. Like if your main channel is Yasmin, not Jasmine, your secondary channel would be that. I think that's perfect. Ooh, there we go. Watering my pumpkins, watering my pumpkins, watering my pumpkins. Let me grab a stack of pumpkins so I can top up my money. I'll need a couple of them. That should be enough. Shit, I'll just grab another stack. There you go. There you go.
How's it going?
Nice. And that's those. back up to my 10 million. Need to keep it up to my 10 million. Now, I have made things harder for myself by putting the trees where I put them. So that's going to be a little bit annoying going forward. Alright, there we go. We got tighten it. Clean up all the valleys just takes so long.
Kind of relieved there are so many nice people here.
Well, I can change that, buddy. Hold on. Do. Alright, got a stack of those. Stack of softwood. There, cool. Dump those. Yep. What next? Here we go. This cleanup takes so long. I was watching someone on a stream yesterday, and she said that Gameloft wants us to grind. I can see why she says that. And that makes sense, you spend more time in the game, but it's reaching that point, man, that... I don't know, I need something else. It's going around in circles. Not going around in circles, what am I trying to say? Just... I don't know. There must be an easier way. I think they just need more daily tasks to do. I mean, daily quests were fun to do when they were there. Maybe they need to chuck in a few more daily quests and... I know, something to work towards. Is it getting grindy? It's been getting grindy for a while. I think it's just... Sometimes you just want something else, you know? I think it's more annoying that the respawns, it's like I want to get rid of the respawns mainly because it doesn't look good when the respawns are there. They just look out of place and just in the way. I just wish there was a way to just turn them off if you wanted them. I mean, I have an idea when I don't need any more flowers. I could just move the flowers into the pet pens, like here. And then once I've moved enough of them, they'll start respawning, but I still need them at the moment. Yeah, and...
Hi there, pal.
There we go. Cool. That's all done. Now, what's the next step? I think Dazzle Beach is the last bit. There you go. Here we go. What's this little corner here that things randomly respawned? Respawn? Oh. My brain's not working this morning. You know, in those days you feel like, alright, it's going to be a slow mental health day, isn't it? Not mental health day, just a slow mental day. I'm feeling that right now. Oh, got a stack of those. Cool. Alright, let's build some path. Just to use up the sand that I've got. Because this is going to probably take me a while to get all the path that I need. Ooh. Alright, so I'm guessing we're done with the morning routine. I'll grind that all through now. I guess it's a question of what do we do? Feels like we need to finish off up here first. Now we're going to use this corner. It's putting those little objects that belong to other franchises that's not big enough to have their own spot. So, what are 2D movies that don't have their own home? We've got Fantasia, Alice in Wonderland, Hercules, Sleeping Beauty, Snow White. Whoa! What was that? Thank you, Mr. G4F. What an interesting name. Thanks for the follow. It's really early in the morning, so normally I'm a little bit more enthusiastic. Hey Noah, checking in from Dana server. Ah, you're from her side of it. She's becoming very popular. I've always been a big fan of Dana. She randomly came to my stream. Actually, at one of the morning ones, I believe. When it was like really early in the morning in America. And it was just her and me. And we just chilled and chatted for a bit. And this was early days when she like only had like 100 followers. And now she's doing really well. So I'm very proud of her. She's one of those people that you like, you know, is probably going to do well in streaming. And every time I tell her, she's like, "Oh, I want you to do well too." I'm like, I'm okay with where I'm at. Like, I'm not someone that is doing this just like to get a lot of followers or anything like that. It's just not what I do. It's 8 p.m. You're from the UK. Oh, you're from the. We get a lot of UK people around here. I think Yasmin is from the UK, who spoke earlier. One of my mods. Normally the morning stream around about now because it's so early in the morning. Oh no, sorry, evening for you. We get a lot of UKans popping around. Britons. My girlfriend's British. I have to say British more. Otherwise, she murders me. Oh, good. You're Welsh. I would say something in Welsh, but I mean, reading Welsh gives me like a anxiety. I don't think I can repeat it. You're gonna be lurking while you play some Among Us. With oh, no worries. You don't even need to lurk if it's too much on your system. So I do appreciate that. God, some reason I think, why do I feel like that's a terrible game to play with your wife though? Or you murder your wife, you're in trouble. You murdered him that. God. That would be a very awkward, that'd be a very awkward, you know, post-game discussion. Alright, let's tidy up this a little bit. There we go. Maybe if I put that slightly this way. Then we can make it path. Oh no, it's not quite enough room yet. No. It's not quite enough. No, remember if I get rid of that. And then move that slightly that way. And that should give me another square. It should give me just enough room. Something like that. And then probably color all this in with the road. Ooh, no. There you go. Chuck that there. And maybe put that there. Should put that there. Something like that. This little hub there. It just feels like something else is missing from it. But yeah, that's kind of where I would put all the road, so I just need to fill it out now. And that's the hardest bit. I need sand. A lot more sand. Alright, so let's figure out what I'm going to do here. Is there any other trees? This swamp tree. Well, that's a very big swamp tree. Feels like I only need one of these. Or one of them. Actually, we'll plant the crops first, because it feels like I can just work around that once I got the crops down. Alright. Alright, so let's get this right. It's 5 by 5. Actually, before we do this, we need a digging buddy. I think Stitch is a digging buddy. Or is he foraging? I think he's foraging. Alright, go get a digging buddy. I'm out of coffee already. This is a tragedy.
Good day, dear.
Alright. No. Okay. Alright. Let's dart over here. Let's do 5 by 5. Do it that way. One more. There we go. There we go. Cool. Alright, so what do I want to put down? What will look good here? It's kind of shaped away a little bit. I think we'll do spinach. Alright, so where would I put the next crop? That is the question. Alright, when is the next one? Goes like over here. Picking up a 5x5. There. We'll try that. The hole's color look very similar to the biome's dirt, so it's for some reason my eyes are struggling this morning. I'm like, oh, can't see them. There you go. Final bit. I'll put the rice here. Those are wondering why I do this, why I put the crops in with the critters, is to give it a bit more colour in life. One, because the crops grow better in the biome they actually belong to. Also, it just fills it out a little bit. Just gives it a bit more reason to come in here and a bit more life. There you go. And where would I put the last bit? Yeah. Well, it feels like we need a seating arrangement, like a bench. Like to watch them. Like a creep. But yeah. And I sit on that. There you go. So I can sit there and watch the crocs. Frolic. But, so I don't really want a croc right there. I probably want it tucked away about here. If we put that there, put the crop there. Put that there. We'll do that. We'll do that. Oh, what? Oh, that's gonna ruin it. Oh, you're kidding me. I'm gonna have to dim this out slightly. That's so annoying. Plug that hole, alright. You know. It does feel that like the coins are pointless. Like at this point, like 5 coins, 1 coin doesn't really make a difference. There we go. Cool. Alright, so there we go. Ooh. Alright, there we go. So I got all the crops down. Now, you want to kind of space these things out a little bit so they don't, the critters don't bug out a little bit. It works like in a 360-degree angle. Alright, so next step. Let's flesh this out a bit. Won't put too many rocks in there. What about trees? I think we're good with trees, actually. Underbush. Blade and Trust Orchid Base. Yeah, we can put some of them. Tropical Fern. Blade of Trust Tropical Fern. Alright. We can get some of these down. Flesh this out a little bit. Kind of like it is like right next to the water too. I don't know if it feels right, and we can go. Got some of these centaurums, or Signium, whatever they're called. Some of these desert roses. Let's put some ferns. You always need ferns. Never neglect the fern. Nice. Blueberries. Yeah. And now I'm gonna chuck down some reeds. Where are my reeds? There we go. Make it really feel like a bit of a sanctuary for the crocodiles. Oh. How does it look now? Right. Alright, now we have to put the toys down. Toys are very important because we want the critters to actually do something instead of walk into a wall. So put all these down. Get them interacting a bit. Alright, we're good. Let's see how it looks. Alright, Scrooge, you can go away, because I'm done with you.
Bye-bye now.
There we go. Feels like we need a seat in here, so we can chill and watch. Let's go for a seat. See, that's rather close to that seating. Let's sit something that we in an area that we wouldn't normally sit. Let's sit there. Yeah, we sit. See, let's sit the opposite end. Oh, there. Cool. Unfortunately, we don't have first person mode, but this will be good enough. There we go. Got all the crocs rollicking. Too bad they don't go in the water. I mean, that would have been cool, just to watch them come in and out of the water. That'd be really cool. But yeah, there's my little croc sanctuary. There's my croc over there. I just realized that I think on these ones are really the plain ones. I don't have it actually even. Yeah, I don't have it even. Alright. Let me try and even these out a tad.
I think living here is a marvelous opportunity.
I do have it even. I think I just don't have any of the special ones, which these are the special ones. Spread out a bit. So let me switch this up a bit. Yeah. And then we'll put that one. Let me we'll chuck the crocodile there. Take that back. Oh. Actually. And then we'll switch to the last one. The blue one, that one. Oh, there's 4 in there. Put the white one in the middle. Should even them out a little bit.
Shining almost as bright as my money.
Then go away. Try and do something here. There we go. A little bit more even out. And once in a while you should see the crocodile, wherever it is. Hiding at the moment. There it is. There's the crocodile. I like it. I like it. And I think that's us done. I'm just going to check a few biomes just to make sure I'm comfortable with them. I think I'm pretty comfortable with Sword and the Stone one. I think the problem is these trees, these willow trees that I've been using, are a little bit too big. Let me quickly check. Stitches. Filter. good. I think we're good with that. Yeah, looks alright. All the different cheers. Yeah. Cool. Alright. So Cinderella's area. Still not happy with it. It still feels off. I'm not sure why. I think I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. We've got the Beauty and Beast section. So this is where Belle and Beast will go when they're introduced in the valley. Problem is, I don't know how big their place is. Feels like this is not going to be enough room, but we'll keep it there for now. This is where everything else goes, and I don't really have anything else. So, alright, let's chuck a good old swamp over there. Cool. And maybe a couple of fins. Trust, cool. Chuck a couple of fins down. Alright, this is the Lion King section. I like it. I think this one turned out a lot better than I thought it was going to be. And this is the hub, so it's pretty much pathing. That's the only thing I need now to really flesh out this particular area. I think I'll pop it there, actually. Feels like there are a couple of things missing from this joint. But actually, what I might do is move these over here. Because I feel like this adds a tad bit more to it. Yeah. And spread that here. Yeah. I feel like that adds a little bit more personality, you could say. And that's all done too. Brilliant. Oh, and also got the Tangled section right dab in the middle. Which it feels like needs a couple of things. There you go. Alright, so that looks like it's all done. This was probably the hardest biome I had to do. Just fitting everything in. Especially how we had to go down and extend it slightly. Which I'm not too comfortable. I like to keep everything contained within the biome, but Blue Mermaid down here. I feel like that's just the right location for Blue Mermaid. It just looks... This pathway down here, I don't think I'm quite happy with it. But hey, we can improve over time. The whole point of this, right? Actually, what we'll do... The beach rock. Oh, triple greenery. This works. We could just put this. Hi, Skamom. Good morning to you. How are you going? And put a few trees down. There we go. Alright. So yeah. That's done now. Yeah. I reckon that This biome turned out really well. Pathing still needs to be worked on and needs to be fleshed out, but I think we're actually really good here. This doesn't feel right though. Alright, let's actually get Fri in here. Oh. It's not quite gonna fit, is it? Alright, about this. No. So if I put that there. Oh! Where is it? Thanks, Morticia. 766. Thank you. You hanging in there? Oh, are you having a bit of a rough one? Or is that a question to me? But yeah, thanks, Morticia, for the follow. You know, I'm getting more and more followers recently, and every time it shocks me. I always get like a shock to just like, oh, hello. Hey, what's going on? Even though that's the whole point of having a follow button. I don't know why. I don't know why. Alright, so how about, I think we could just move things over. Well, how am I going to do this? As Matt Mercer says, how do we want to do this? Maybe if I can move that over. No. So I can place it there, but that there is messing it up. There we go. I don't know if I ever told anyone, but I have seen Critical Role live. It was one of their first live shows in Indianapolis. You found out that doctor's appointment and your insurance been cancelled. Oh no! Because in America that's really bad, isn't it? I mean, over in New Zealand, you don't need insurance at all. I mean, most stuff is paid for. So what does that mean? Is it going to cost you like thousands of dollars to do the simplest thing? I'm sorry to hear that. No. Does it mean that certain things aren't covered, or it just costs you like full price, which they rack up the price because normally they get the insurance companies to pay for it, but because you have to pay for it, it sucks. Get all that away. Perfect. You just have to find another company. Another insurance company? There you go. Ah, okay. But would that mean that the doctor's appointment you just went to... Did you have to... Well, I don't know how it works. Are doctor's appointments over there covered by insurance? So for instance, in New Zealand, a doctor's appointment costs like 30 to 40 bucks, depending on where you go to. And that's New Zealand. Let me do the conversion. NZD to USD. So 30 bucks would be $18 US to 40. Let's say 45 to be safe. $27. Yeah. How much does a standard doctor's appointment cost over there? And obviously, if you don't want to talk about it, because it sounds like you've had a hard time with it, just let me know. And I'll drop it. we go. Alright, that'll be enough souffles for now. A bad habit. You're like a bad habit. Alright. So, let me dump. There you go. Doctor is working with me. He's only charged me $5 until we get it straight in. Oh, yeah. Fair enough. Hey, Threezer. I haven't seen your face around these parts for a couple of days. How are you going? Did you see the spoilers for what's coming up in the shop in the Discord? I've been going busy at work. Fair enough. Fair enough. I mean, life kicks in once in a while. No, not yet. Oh. Well, I posted some spoilers in the chat. Oh, sorry, in the Discord. About a few upcoming items in the shop and characters that I've managed to grasp, but not. I can't tell you when they'll pop up. But the shop items, I've seen the prices and I've seen what's coming up. So it turns out the skin that we're looking here, the Merlin skin, that is actually going to be a shop skin. Participate in a special event to unlock. So that's going to be a shop skin. And there is also another critter coming up.
Some people are worth milking.
That's going to be similar to the citrus turtle. But yeah, it sucks to come on that that's happened to you, and I'm really hoping it works out. I mean, in New Zealand, the $5 is how much. Actually, they just got rid of that, so medication is now free. So yeah, it's normally around about what, $17 to $25 American for a doctor's appointment. So you're actually getting it cheaper than us here in New Zealand. So there you go. That's good for your doctor to only charge you $5 though. I never understand like insurance over there. I mean, isn't the point of having a developed society is to look after your own people? I understand why some countries don't have that as like the #1 priority of providing free healthcare. Your people live longer. They're going to contribute more to society. They're going to work longer. They're going to go past the retirement. The reason why everyone gets upset about the retirement age being 65 or around that time is because by the time you get there, your body's wiped. But if you're able to look after your people for a very long time, they're going to want to work for longer. My uncle refuses to. Oh no. Oh, there we go. My uncle refuses to retire and he's like 40. I still can't believe New Zealand charges for doctor's appointments. I thought it was like the UK. No, that's the difference between subsidized healthcare and free healthcare. Subsidized basically means that there's a certain amount of medications that are cheap or free. It used to cost you $5 for prescriptions. And it's only this month, actually July, sorry. So in a couple of days, they are now free. Prescriptions. But it used to cost you $5. And everything outside of that is either subsidized or free. So you can get like a mix of both. It depends on what's on the list. You normally don't need to check because the doctor's already fully aware of it, and they're like, all right, we'll give you this. You know, you can have the choice between this one which isn't subsidized or this one that is subsidized. So you have that choice of which medications you go on. So I get why it's not though, because New Zealand's not a very rich country. Let's be honest. It doesn't have a lot of money. I mean, technically we could afford it if we had to cut XYZ, but it's a work in progress. We're a work in progress country. They are moving to an NHS model, though. over in New Zealand, we have things called DHBs, which is District Health Boards. So basically the country is split up between, I think, around about 11 or 12 different district health boards that all look after their own area, and they kind of work like their own companies, you could say, own regions. And the problem with that is that if you ever move different regions, you're essentially moving different companies. So it takes a little bit for files to be transferred over. Everyone works off a different system. You know, the management filing system for one region may not be like the other. And that worked for a period of time until we entered into the modern era. And with everyone moving around so much, with all the complications and knowledge we have about the healthcare system, especially when it comes to mental health services, you need an easier way to transfer everything over. So they're actually proposing, you know, merging a lot of them to about 3, and also making sure everyone's under the same banner. So everyone's got the same filing system, everyone's got all that to, one, make it cheaper for even doctor's appointments even more, and 2, to make it better for patients. Because if I'm sick, I don't have time to wait a week for my doctor to get all my medical information. A week is a little bit exaggerating. It normally only takes a couple of days, but you know what I mean. It's like you want to be able to easily move between systems without a delay. In the modern era, I mean, how easy is it to send an email? It takes like 2 seconds. It shouldn't take, you know, a couple of weeks or a week or 2 for information to be sent. So, yeah, definitely New Zealand has some improvements to make, but I'm glad they're finally doing it. As someone that wouldn't be here if it weren't for the NHS, I'm a big advocate for the NHS and what they do. I think the problem is after people have had it for a while, they start to get uppity thinking it's not worth it. And I think that's what sometimes bothers me about some of the dialogue that comes out of the UK about the NHS. Or people that are actually against the NHS, they complain about it and say, this is horrible, this is not great, you know, NHS is so bad, blah, blah, blah. But, like, you don't get the alternative is so much worse. It's one of those things that once it's gone, it's hard to get back and you're going to miss it. And I think that's the hardest thing to show. You can't show how you're going to miss something. You can put a sad person on TV with sad music. That will make you sad. But it's not going to exactly show you what it's going to be like. Yeah, it's always the Conservative Party in the UK who trying to privatise the NHS. I don't understand the benefits of privatizing it. I mean, I get let's be honest, there are benefits for privatization of the healthcare service. One of the benefits is you get a more competitive workforce, which means people will push to get better, which means more people will stay in the industry for longer, and you get more benefits such as more investment into research and development and all that fun stuff. That's one of the benefits of it. And research and development in the healthcare system is rather important. Because obviously if you haven't got that, you're not going to get new medicines. You're not going to keep on further pushing the industry forward. But one of the downfalls of that is the ones that actually use the service get shafted. And when you're in a medical situation, this is not like a normal business. This is not a situation where when you have an accident, you're in the hospital, you don't exactly have the option or luxury of shopping around to find the best price. Kind of stuck with what you got. You can't exactly say, I've got a broken leg, or you've got an infected leg that you're about to lose, and it's going to cost you $5,000 because you either don't have insurance or the place you're going to is not in, I believe what they call like the certified doctors for insurance or whatever. You don't have the luxury of going, you know what, can you leave it? I can't afford that right now. I need to go 5 hours down the road to go to the other hospital that does cover it, and it only charged me $100. I'm going to be in a lot of pain while I do that, but you know, money. That should be not the priority in this situation. And I think that's the difference. That's why the argument what people use that try and act like it's just a normal business falls away. And I think that's what bothers me so much when people talking about privatization, and when they talk about keeping, especially in the American dialogue of keeping the system the way it is people suffer as a result. And how the hell are we supposed to move on as a society if we're okay with that? We're at each other's throats all the goddamn time. And we could solve so many problems. And I reckon if you take America out of the equation, you take away the privatization of healthcare, there is then no incentive to rack up the prices for medical companies, because everyone's getting charged the exact same price. You can rack it up, but then other companies can come in and say, oh, I can make the same product better. I can make the same product for cheaper, and the government will just buy that. So instead of the individual hospitals going around and buying all these medications and all that, it's the government going, all right, let's say that insulin, I want to only pay $10 for that. And then the company that's normally supplying insulin goes, no, I want 15. And so the government goes, has anyone else got a better offer? So instead of all the different offers, and then that company can't go anywhere else. They're not going to be able to go to a different government and say, I want 15. They're going to have to accept the 10, or just don't do it. I mean, obviously there's a line for it. They can't give it away for free, and there'll be a point towards that. But it means at the end of the day, the person getting the medicine is not going to go bankrupt or suffer. And isn't that the whole point? Isn't that what we're all trying to fight towards, of just everyone just living a better life? But no. Instead, we're just at each other's throats for whoever can make the most money. And, like, there's nothing wrong with that at the end of the day. I mean, I'm a big believer in capitalism. I believe I can see the benefits of it. You don't get innovation without it. You get stagnation without it. So you need a mix of both. And believe it or not, that is the whole socialism isn't a horrible thing. It's just horrible when people use it in a very ugly way, which we've seen in history. It's like too much of a good thing kind of deal. It's not even a good thing, but yeah, too much of one thing. You need to get the balance right. You need a good balance of capitalism and socialism. You need socialism to look after all the people, but not so much socialism that they feel like it's like China or a fascism kind of deal. So you just need enough of that for everyone to get by, and you need a lot more capitalism to kind of outweigh it. It has to be both. Because one, if you just have capitalism, you'll have a lot of the rich and poor class. Just the divide is massive, and we've seen all the sci-fi shows and programs that kind of elaborate what that looks like. So you can't have too much of that. But we've also seen what happens when you get too much socialism as well at the same time. So you need a mix of both. And that's why everyone's like, socialism is bad. There's no, too much socialism is bad. No doubt. But socialism can be as simple as subsidized healthcare or free healthcare. So that's technically a socialist policy, as the NHS in the UK. And they shouldn't. I don't see how anyone looks at that and thinks it's a bad thing. I don't know. Maybe I've got way too much faith into humanity than I should. I don't know. Part of me just wants to be a rich person just to try and make everyone's life better. I do feel like, you know, if I was a Mr. Beast, right? Just helping other people. That's what I would love to do. I would love to make, like, a charity or something like that. Get so rich, that's all I do for, like, the rest of my life. But, as they say, in order to become a billionaire, you have to do some horrible, horrible things. It's hard to find a billionaire that hasn't. Which is the saddest thing out of this entire conversation. You have to be cruel to become rich. Anyway, I'm going to quickly get another coffee before we do our final half an hour, so just bear with me 2 seconds. G'day. I'm back. And I left the heater on, so it's very hot in here. Alright, so I think we are done with all the big remodeling. I still don't know what I'm going to do with this area. This is a blank spot. But we've got one area to do, one biome left. Now tonight we are playing Speedstorm. It's the one day a week I play a different game. So this over here will have to wait until tomorrow evening. I have to work out how I want to do it. Part of me wants to make it a very big and open space, and the difference is these turtles aren't in a pen. But I kind of want them to be in a pen, so I don't actually know how I want to do it yet. That's so annoying. I swear that does that deliberately. But yeah. Don't know how I want to do this at this particular region. I mean, part of me wants to make like a turtle island. Like all the turtles on that island over there. And that feels like the right thing to do, right? Have this little turtle island over here. I'm going to put that there, and I'll put that there. Actually, I'll put these away. Put this one. Oop. And put, yeah, those are there. That one. Put with the ravens. I'm doing a little experiment. I'm going to move all the white flowers because I've got a full chest full of white flowers. I'm going to move all the white flowers in here and don't collect them. I have to remember just not to collect them. So I want to see whether only whites will spawn, or is there a certain amount of white flowers will spawn. Because they are very common. Oh, pumpkin's already there. Right. Cool. Yeah, so maybe I'll make a turtle island. Like over here. Because, well, at first I'll need to make the crops. I think the crops will get in the way though. Let me try it. Alright, let's move that there, that there, and that there. The turtles will come over. I mean, we could put one crop here. I guess I could make it work. I reckon I can make it work. Here's all my turtles. Here they come. There's a few of them missing. Actually, what we'll do, I'm gonna commit to this idea. Where are you? Where's the rest of your buddies? Oh, they were bugged out. Oi. Oi. There you go. So, if they bug out like this, just pet them. They seem to snap out of it. There you go. Oh, that's a real turtle. It's a real turtle. See, look. It's bugged out, but if I pet him, he'll snap out of it and go hang out with his buddies. That's cool. It's like a little quest. It's a little bit of fun. Alright. So, let me get a digging buddy for this. Because this is going to take a bit of experimentation to see if this works. We'll get Mr. Buzz Lightyear, right? Oh no, we'll get Scar. I like Scar. What? Where is he? Oh, it's past 8 o'clock. Damn it. We would have left. Stupid animals and their schedules. Alright, let's go find Buzz. We'll stick with my original plan. Alright, let's hang out. And let's jump over. Yeah. So, basically I have to fit 3 crops on this little island, deck it out, and make it not look bad. Do that. So, start here. I mean, I can adjust where these things are, right? A little bit restrictive, isn't it? All right. So I'm gonna run it. I think I'm not. This is not gonna work. I think the island's too small. I'll move that over there. I mean, turtles don't need a huge habitat, right? But turtles are my favorite, so I don't want to sharpen them. Alright, go this way now. Alright, so how's that look? Put that there. And maybe I'll put the other one in the back. Can I put a fiber? I'm worried about up here. One. Ooh, that's right. Watch on the cuss. Maybe if I go, yeah. Alright, I'll fill that in. I think I'm going to commit to this. I think that's going to be enough room. Whoa. Oh, where did that go? Well, that was a weird one. Alright. So I think this will work. Alright, so what I'll do is I'll plant the crops. I'll dig all the holes, plant the crops. That way it's locked in, so when I next log in, it's not going to do anything wonky. Sometimes it's a bit unpredictable if the holes go away or not nowadays. I mean, you can see the turtles a lot better than before. I don't like the fact they don't go in the water. It seems a bit odd for them not to, like, just chill out here. They don't seem to be touching the water at all. Oh, no, they do. They're in the water over there. Ah, I like that better. Because they weren't really going in the water in their old place. This place, they'll actually go into the water. Cool. Alright. I will now call this island Turtle Island. No, I'll dub the Turtle Island. And I don't really need the waterfall or the watering hole anymore because they've got plenty of water around them. So aesthetically, it'll look a bit better. Cool. Let's plant these crops. Dump some of these supplies as well, so we don't get too chocker. That's fine. I'm glad I came up with that system. Makes it so much easier. Okay, so let's go plant the crops. Now, what do I want the first thing to see? Good tomatoes, because they look very colourful. Come on, buddy. Take more than 5 seconds. Oh. Thank you for the follow, is it? Yeah, thank you, Marshmallow. With an O. Marshmallow. Morlo? Thank you. That's 3 follows today from people that are not actually saying anything, so I really appreciate that. I normally don't get a lot of follows during the morning, so that's really cool. Thank you. Normally this morning period is pretty chill, and then that's a good thing. Sometimes it's a good to get all the daily duties out the way, so in the evening streams we can just banter and have a good gas bag. But that's 390 follows. Wow. So I'm only 23 away from hitting my goal, which is insane because when I set that, like last month, I did not expect us to get anywhere close to that yet. Cool. Hello, I'm in the US. Nice, so it's afternoon here. We're in the US. We've got a lot of US viewers and mods. Are you EST, PST, or CST, or even EMT? And I just enjoy listening in while I work. Nice, I like that. I do like, I'm that kind of person as well. I like to just chill out and kind of use it as a bit of a radio. And it's like, as I said before, it's like streaming is like the new age talkback radio in a weird way. CST, alright. Oh, hey, Haley. You're CST, alright. So, if we go in MDT, I believe that's mountain. Hopefully this works. There we go. So, Haley, for you, it is, if I get this right, it is it's 2:17 p.m. for you. So 2:17 p.m. for you for Haley. And Marshmallow, it will be 3:17 for you. I've set up these little chat things because the time zones suck. I've set up little things like that. And your mod is Mogobot. Hey, Mr. Tanker. Came a bit late. I've only got 12 minutes to go before I have to jet. And Mr. Tanker is actually from my neck of the woods, New Zealand. He's one of the few New Zealand mods. And viewers. I don't really have a lot of them. People in my country don't like to watch people from your own country. Like a thing. Eventually, my personal goal is to have a mod from every single time zone. That's a weird goal of mine. Sorry, Biggie. No, don't be sorry. No, I'm not saying that as a criticism. I'm saying that. Did I say you haven't been around recently? No, I didn't say that. But yeah, don't be sorry, mate. Never be sorry for not attending. Time zones suck, and hey, you're 13, mate. You're going through a very interesting time, and you will be going over the next 6 years. A very interesting time. I like to watch you because you make sense. I'll mod for mountain time. I'm being a little bit more selective with mods now because we've got a few. But if you join the Discord and you stick around for longer than a couple of months, you most likely will, because I don't think I have anyone that's trying to get into that time slot. It's really just to make sure that, you know, you're not secretly a horrible individual, which I'm sure you're not. I used to mod everybody, and then I realized I probably shouldn't do that, because that's how it bites you in the butt. Deal. Fine. Yeah, there you go. Feel free to Discord, to join the Discord. I post spoilers as well, so if you got the Dreamlight Valley section in there, there's a few spoilers, so good luck in that. And that's not spoilers of stuff that's in the game yet. So it's a bit of a... Gotta go. Yeah, Mr. Tanker, remember we've got Speedstorm tonight as well. I know you get really excited about the Speedstorm, but you don't seem to turn up to them. It must be just not lining up for you yet. So I just figured I'd give you a little reminder. Okay. Move that kind of in the middle. You're nice for giving warnings on 3-1, yeah. Yeah. I try. I mean, at the end of the day, I do this for a bit of fun, and I don't want anyone kind of ruining their time. Their time, the way they play the game and the way they do things. And I don't want the wrong people coming. Like, the way I see it, is I tend to want people to jump through a few hoops to do nice things for me. So joining the Discord helps the community feel and improving everything. So if you can be bothered going through a few hoops to get through that, you're probably worth keeping around. And the same with donations and actually any actual funds for this. This is why I'm not affiliate. I don't want to ruin people's experience by chucking ads on it. So that's why I'm not affiliate. But also they got people coming around saying, oh, I wanna chuck a sub at you, I wanna do this. I'm like, no. I mean, the only thing I've got set up is a donation button, and that is a rigmarole in itself. So I don't want people kind of, if you're going to help the stream and give something that belongs to you, like such as money or time, I also want to make sure that, you know, you're doing it for the right reasons. And there's enough, you could say roadblocks, but nothing enough to put people off, just enough to like, I don't want people to feel like it's an exchange service. You give this and I give this. It's more of a case of like, keep in mind, it's just a donation. I don't want that. I can't handle that pressure of expectations. I know you're a good dude from the first stream I watched. I don't know about that one, really. How many streams of mine have you watched now? Because I'm surprised that stayed true. I mean, I think I just try and act the way I kind of want other streamers to kind of act. In a weird way. I think I do that more subconsciously than consciously. But I get very bothered when I raid a stream, for instance. When you raid a stream, they do the rigmarole, right? They advertise themselves. They go, and there's nothing wrong with it. Just keep in mind what I'm about to say. There's nothing wrong with doing it. But they talk about what they do and how does their social media and you know what kind of streaming they're on, yada yada yada. But when you go to someone's stream, you're not looking for someone to sell themselves. And I think that's the narrative that's come out of the new streaming kind of wars or environment or whatever you want to call it. Is everyone feels like they're battling for your attention and they need to sell you something, which in this case is the streamer. But when I raid someone, I raid them because I want people coming along with the raid to experience this person and how they are on streaming. And so when someone raids me, now there's downfalls in this as well. Number 2, I think I watched you last week. That makes sense. I think this is only the second time we've talked, if memory serves me right. I've got terrible memory though, so I could be completely wrong. God, what was I saying? Yeah. When someone's raided, when someone raids me, I try and not do the upsell. You know, I don't go. I'm Dave. Also go by nowhere near. I do Streamlight Valley 7 to 8 times a week. Like and subscribe, and you know, you're awesome people, and just I don't know if you're awesome people. You could be completely horrible people. I don't know where you're coming from. But I want people that come along to the raid that they immediately just get what we're about, and they don't waste their time. I don't want them to sit here for a good 15-20 minutes while I put on an act or a show, and then they realize, oh, okay, this is how he really is. I've just wasted my time. And that's the same. That's the case with some other streamers that I've been in raids before with. Is you go to their stream and they spend the next, like, when you raid them, you spend like the next 20 minutes talking about what they're doing and what themselves. And I'm probably a victim of doing it. I'm sure of all the times it's happened, I'm sure I've done it once or twice, but it seems to be like that's the guide. The guide to streaming is if someone raids you, you need to upsell yourself straight away. You need to put on you need to bring in different energy. You have to get up to this level when you were at this level before. You need to entice them. You need to mention every time one of the new raiders talk. That's a big one that I've noticed, that feels a bit disingenuous to the people that have been following you is one of the pieces of advice, and you see streamers doing this all the time, is it makes a mention of make sure you focus on first time talkers. And you highlight it and you talk directly to them all the time, or more regularly than you would do with your normal crew. And it's like, what? Your normal crew is the one that stuck around. Why are you replacing them for a brief period? Because you're always going to have first time talkers. You're always going to have new people to the stream. You're basically just saying if you stuck around, you actually have a disadvantage to have a conversation with me. That doesn't seem right. So I don't know, I just, and that's not saying I've got the right idea about this, you know, that's not me being arrogant and going, I know better than everyone else. That's just how I feel when I go to other streams, is I don't want things to be different. And I think that's really hard, it makes it really hard for me to, it doesn't make it hard for me, I just forget to acknowledge when raiders come in and give them a shout out and stuff, because I just try and keep going the way I was doing. But anyway, that's the ADHD for you. You saw that went all over the show, Haley, there. Oh, well, there we go. That's Turtle Island set up for you there. And that's a very good start. I like Turtle Island now. Like, I didn't think this would work when I first started doing this, but I think it's actually turned out pretty well. Not gonna lie, that's the second time I've heard that. Oh, did I say it last time? Or do you mean from me? What, second time you've heard that from me or from someone else? Because maybe I have told you before. And that's very awkward that the only times I've really gone into that, you've been around. Sorry. I will remember not to do that next time. Do I want to put these on Turtle Island? No, because from you I can't tell you are very patient about it, no hard feelings. Sorry. Man, what's the coincidence there? Because I don't normally talk about that. Alright. I'm going to make a point next time to not do it. And I have to try and remember. Because I don't... Yeah. It's not... The reason why I could go into it again there is because I don't always do that. I think it's just... I think it's ADHD, man. It's the ADHD forgetfulness, and it's the ADHD tangent going down a rabbit hole method, so... I know it's definitely not the way to make friends on Twitch, so... Alright, so I think that's worked out really well. So, now tonight we're actually doing a Speedstorm stream, because we only do one stream a week that we play a different game, and tonight's going to be Speedstorm. But Thursday evening, we will be remodeling this section into something different. And we're going to be able to use the dock too. So this area is going to look very different by the end of Thursday. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do it yet. Definitely want to incorporate all these into it. But it's going to look good. Alright, we're going to set them to Turtle Island and then we'll call it a day. Well, a morning. Alright, there we go. On the new Turtle Island. So thanks for coming along. If you're watching this in VOD land, which I know some of you do, I think this month has been the most watched VOD streams month. It's the most watched VOD month in terms of minutes that I've ever had. So I know people out there do watch it, and I really do appreciate it. Thank you, Patrick, if you're out there. And thank you, Haley. Thank you, Marshmallow for popping line for the follows. Actually, who followed me? Marshmallow, Morticia, Mr. G4. Thank you all for the followers. Whether you stick around or not, or whether this is the only time he ever talked to me, he has have an amazing life. Thanks Threeza, thanks Gamom as always. Thanks Yasmin for being the resident mod for today. And yeah, thank you all. I'll be on in 13 hours time. Yeah, 13 hours time. We'll quickly raid someone. I'm not going to put too much thought on this, but make sure you go, give them some love, show them that, you know, if they're having a bad day, cheer them up. If they're having a great day, probably just leave them because, you know, they don't need any more. But either way, because we've only got 3, we'll just try and double someone's view account. How about, is this? Yeah, this one's doing an Ask Me Anything. She says, ask me anything. She does have 1.2 thousand followers, but only 6 viewers, and she's doing an Ask Me Anything. So go ask her anything, because that would be funny for me. But yeah, see everyone, and until yeah, till tonight, or if you don't like Speedstorm, until next time. Kia ora.